Welcome to Circuit Based Training, the UK's premier motorcycle training school. Established in 1996, we have taught thousands of riders to pass their motorcycle tests safely with our unique training schedule. We understand how difficult it is to control a motorcycle under acceleration, braking and cornering. So to that effect, we try to give you the best opportunity to learn those skills in a safe, controlled environment where you can appreciate what you're doing, take your time to understand things properly, and when you take to the road, you'll be far, far safer with plenty of experience. So with that in mind, we give you the opportunity to learn on 700cc to 1200cc motorcycles at Mallory Park under the close scrutiny and guidance of professional DVSA motorcycle instructors. Our aim is to make sure that you can learn all the essential skills required to be competent on a motorcycle in a safe, controlled environment. So with these facilities available, you can learn at your own pace. All of our clients have plenty of road experience from driving cars over the years, but it doesn't mean you have to learn amongst all the traffic when you have facilities such as Mallory Park in which to hone your skills. And as an experienced road user, you'll know when you will be ready for the public road. Or more importantly, you'll know when you're not ready. So it's massively important that you spend time on the racetrack understanding how to accelerate, brake, corner. So we can give you the time on the bikes and the facilities so you can appreciate the skill that's needed to competently ride a motorcycle. And yes, pass your motorcycle test at the end of the week. All our courses start off with the CBT elements, so that's compulsory basic training, and then let's move on at a pace that suits you to cover all the essential ingredients to make sure that you're a competent rider. So we are very much in favour of helping you to achieve 70 miles an hour on the racetrack, because you will need to be able to achieve that sort of speed on the road itself. And once you have achieved this speed, you really do need to understand how you can stop it at 70 miles an hour. So building up the experience and your experience of how you ride and how you can stop your motorcycle at 70 miles an hour on the racetrack, it's invaluable. You don't get that sort of practice at other schools because you tend to be riding around in first gear, second gear, then stop before you hit the tennis nets and then out onto the public road you go. We believe this is a little bit dangerous. It's massively important for your own safety that you learn how to control the motorbike properly. And once you have got this right, from 0 miles an hour right up to 70 or slightly faster if you want to, then you can go out on the public roads because you've got enough road experience through driving a car. What we do know is you don't have enough motorcycle experience. We don't want you to be involved in any serious situation out on the road through lack of practice. So we will duplicate all situations on the racetrack to help you cope safely with any situation out on public roads. We supply a large range of motorcycles from Yamaha, Suzuki and Triumph, along with all the motorcycle clothing and safety equipment you're going to need. The only thing you need to do independently is your written theory test for the motorcycle. We use two-way radios whilst on the racetrack and on the public roads to help you understand what is needed in every situation you come across. In the initial stages of training, we talk you through each element and demonstrate each new procedure to ensure that you fully understand what is required. We offer pillion rides for new clients so they can fully understand how to handle the motorbikes. This is offered on track and on the public roads. By doing this, we find clients get a broader, better understanding of how to competently control a motorcycle in all situations. So the overall learning experience is vastly enhanced by using pillions and making sure we use the facilities that enable you to ride safely. Many people get nervous while learning to ride a motorcycle, or just the prospect of riding a motorcycle can make people nervous. By being on the racetrack, we can remove any anxiety, or at least reduce it, because we don't have to cope with any traffic or any furniture lampposts, etc., or pedestrians in the initial stages of learning. Once you've got to grips with everything, you'll know when you're ready to be out on the road, and we can then take all these skills out onto the public road and use your road experience that you've gained in your car to dovetail that in with your newfound motorcycle skills. Many clients report back to us that their major concern with learning how to ride a motorcycle for the test is actually the Mod 1 part of the test. The close scrutiny when you're doing U-turns, swerve tests, etc., etc. They tend to say that the road work is not too bad. If you've been driving for 10, 15, 20 years, you know how to behave on a public road. Their concern tends to be the U-turn, the swerve, the slow speed skills. All of these need to be practiced in a safe, controlled environment. You can't just rock up at the test centre and expect to perform superbly in front of a civil servant without enough practice. So we give you plenty of space to practice within the track for your slalom, your figure of eight, and all the elements required, so you can competently go through it in your head, and we can walk it through, and you can make sure that you fully understand it and can ride those disciplines safely. Most clients do then find that having passed the Mod 1, the Mod 2 really should be a bit of a doddle, because they've been driving on the road for ages. You don't have to do the Mod 1 U-turn or the emergency stop when you're out on the Mod 2. It's a simple ride from A to B, incorporating a few traffic lights and roundabouts. So with that in mind, we will give you the opportunity to practice your U-turns, both UK U-turns and continental U-turns, and practice the swerve test, left and right, along with the emergency stop, which is performed at around 31 miles per hour. We'll also have you do emergency stops at 50, 60, 70 miles an hour on the racetrack, because those are real emergencies for which we believe you do need to be equipped safely to understand that if it's on a dual carriageway and an incident happens, maybe during the course or maybe 3 months after the course, we want you to know that you can stop the bike on its nose if you had to. Even more importantly, we believe you need to understand how to stop a bike mid-corner at, say, 70 miles an hour, because this is the vulnerable area, the Achilles heel for a lot of new riders and established riders, where they believe they can't use the brakes mid-corner, and they tend to have a few little offs and accidents which can be quite disconcerting. We don't want you to be in that situation. We use our brakes mid-corner, same as you do in a car. So let's make sure that you fully understand how to perform an emergency stop halfway round a bend at 70 miles an hour. It's an essential skill that you do need to practice and logically fully understand. You can't just go into a corner and expect to use rear brake only, as a lot of people seem to be taught in the UK. To that effect, we will demonstrate rear brakes only at 70 miles an hour halfway around a corner, and you can stand on the side of the track and watch, and then we'll show you how to competently use the front brakes mid-corner at 70 miles an hour, and you can see the massive effect and the massive difference between the two concepts. We'll then give you the opportunity to practice it for yourself, and you can practice on the front brake and get it right, and let's practice on the rear and see whether you like that or not. Most people make their decision as to which brake to use in a controlled, safe environment rather than trying to figure it out in real life. So our unique training scheme will give you the skills, yes, to pass your motorcycle test, but more importantly, stay alive and enjoy riding a motorcycle for years to come. After your initial training on the racetrack, we'll take you out onto the public roads, where we will have two-way radios so you can communicate, we can communicate with each other. We can talk you through each aspect of cornering and junctions, roundabouts, to ensure that you're safe and you're under control. all this careful guidance is designed to lead up to your Module 2 motorcycle test. So in essence, this course is designed to help you pass the Module 1 and the Module 2 motorcycle test. Many other schools seem to want to divide the courses up into Module 1 week, Module 2 3 or 4 weeks later, and almost prolonging the agony. We prefer to get things done in one foul swoop. Let's prepare you fully on the racetrack for everything you need to know. Let's give you the opportunity to be out on the road on a variety of motorcycles to ensure that you find the one you like, and give you all the practice required to be able to competently pass the test, both parts of the test, within the same time frame. We find this is more than easy to accomplish with the clients that we have, that most have been driving for maybe 10, 15, 20 years. Sensible adults like yourself that want to learn how to ride a bike safely and enjoy themselves. So all you need to do is pass your motorcycle theory test, so you can book that with the DVSA and take that locally in your area. Maybe pass the bike test as a book you could buy on Amazon, and then just give us a quick call on 01455 840 645, or look on the website circuitbasedtraining.co.uk. We look forward to seeing you.